Honorable Minister, you are proposing to amend the Local Government Act. The proposal to amend or enact a law is to cure a problem. And I want to believe that your attempt is to address the challenges of resources for local authorities to attend to emoluments as well as operations. I have no arguments with that attempt. However, I have a problem. Local authorities are different. Number one, some local authorities are obviously constrained in as far as raising resources are concerned or is concerned. Some authorities, or rather local authorities, have got the capacity to raise enough resources for that which is envisaged in this amendment, law. Now, Honorable Minister, you know that before we can even suggest to give more money to local authorities, there are underlying problems that we should have been attending to. And an example has been noted through the enhanced CDF. Honorable Minister, you know, time and again we have complained of the glitches around the implementation of CDF. Yes, others have sensationalized our, misgivings to suggest that we have rubbished the enhanced CDF, yet ours has been the call to ensure that we clear out these challenges that have been noted in the implementation of CDF. I have noted several times that we needed to address two things. Number one, the bureaucracy. Number two, the capacities of local authorities. I get puzzled when people make comparisons of constituencies because constituencies and districts are unique. Some districts have got one constituency and one council. I come from a constituency, or rather from a district, that has got one council, 5 constituencies. You can then imagine the challenge in terms of the capacity of the local authority to be able to implement these programs. Now, whereas this is a good intention, Honorable Minister, we who come from urban constituencies have got deeper challenges that cannot be handled through CDF. Right now, in my constituency, the local authority, through Equalization Fund, is constructing a market shelter at Sokone Market. Obviously, it has taken more than a normal time. It was supposed to have been completed 6-7 months. But because of the politics at the council, that shelter has still found the next rainy season. Now, you can imagine, in my constituency, we still need the local authority to continue to play that role they used to play when part of the Equalization Fund was still being, allocated towards project. If you take away that fund that used to supplement, you can imagine the quagmire that my constituency in particular is going to find itself. And I give these examples, Madam Speaker. In my constituency, one community who needs at the moment 42 million kwacha in a place called Mindolo just to attend to a problem of water. 42 million kwacha. And the residents there have been insulting me every day. Now, this is where I needed central government to be coming on board to supplement, because the notion has been created by certain people to think that because we have enhanced CDF, all our problems are sorted. Which is why, in a constituency like mine, Madam Speaker, I need every other available resource to be able to supplement or to be able to attend those problems. Like an example I'm giving, 42 million kwacha, Madam Speaker. How long can it take through the enhanced CDF to be able to attend to that problem in Mindolo alone, out of the 8 wards? So, I would have suggested, Honorable Minister, that maybe you may have gone, by the different, constituents or rather districts. Some districts like Kitwe can raise enough money, even for their salaries, even for their operations. The money that you give them should help meet some of those needs, like the construction of market shelters, because the enhanced CDF now is being expected to attend to everything that is needed in my community. And to some extent, central government, Madam Speaker, is abdicating its responsibilities. So when you hear us cry, it's because our needs are very different. In other rural areas, you know, like in Changombo, they can celebrate the grading of a road. In Nkana, if you grade a road, that is a recipe for insults on you. In other rural areas like Kanchibia, they can celebrate the construction of 1x3. In Nkana, 1x3 is just by a drop in the ocean. So you see the need in Nkana for more resources, which is why for me, I have a problem when you take away part of the resources that used to attend to some of our problems. I can argue this, you know, Minister, that in Kitwe, the council can raise money to fund operations. The council can raise money to fund emoluments, including its councillors' emoluments. So for us, we don't agree that you should take away that resource which otherwise was helping us to meet certain needs. Because if you leave us hanging to only the CDF, Madam Speaker, CDF in Nkana is nothing. It's a drop in the ocean. You can imagine Churuma Road was given to us at 92 million kwacha. If not for central government coming on board, how could we have attended to that problem, Madam Speaker, with 92 million kwacha or costing 92 million kwacha? Now, as I wind up also, Honorable Minister, even as we envisage to give the local authorities these resources, please, Honorable Minister, speak to your councils. Madam Chair, or rather, Madam Speaker, councils' actions are becoming, increasingly inimical to the needs of the communities. Today in my constituents, I have become a firefighter. Decisions are being made. They are constructing a bus stop against the wishes of the people. They are locating plots at the mortuary against the wishes of the people. They are giving out play parks everywhere and anywhere. These actions, they do them without even the courtesy to engage the member of parliament. And when you challenge them, they will tell you, in parliament, or your job is at parliament. They even forget that you, as member of parliament, you are that Siamese partner who should at least be informed when they are making this decision. But you know what happens in the community, Madam Speaker? People insult the member of parliament, even for the decisions that are made by the local authority. So as you give this money to the local authorities, please, tell them to start behaving right, because we are being